a lot of these people are watching this show, and it frankly disturbed me. I do feel like I'm probably going to pause leftovers for the time being.
And now Ethan is like in this existential crisis, I think, of realizing that these people that he's been simping for years, that he kind of threw his lot in with after he became, one of his leftist arc, are all horrible, racist, anti-Semitic psychopaths.
Yeah. You done f***ed up, man.
Hasan's Discord, and what I saw in that Discord was universal, near universal praise for Hamas, near universal saying people deserved it, people near universally calling me a Zionist pig, mass murdering, genocidal freak. And if you want to know the truth, that shit me up seeing that Discord, because it made me realize that a lot of these people are watching this show, and it frankly disturbed me. Yeah, I don't want to talk about this whole conflict anymore, really, at all, ever. And I'm frankly also thinking about putting something that I need to discuss with Hasan, but I do feel like I'm probably going to pause leftovers for the time being. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Ethan.
Because you know what I mean? It's just,
You know what I mean?
I don't want to talk about it anymore. That's
You
it.
know.
And it sounds like a lot of y'all don't want me to talk about it either.
Oh, he threw his hands up. Did you see that?
So with all that being
witnessed.
said, I shall go suffer at home in silence with worms infecting my fucking eye sockets, and I will just sit at home and stare at the wall in silence and in dark. For that is what I deserve.
What's going on here, Sitch? What is this all about?
So, well, first of all, it's interesting because I believe he used to do leftovers every Thursday, or at least like once a week. And so after he did his Israel-Gaza debate with Hasan, they haven't done another one. That was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Well, so what's interesting is I don't know if he's talking about, like, I'm assuming what's going on, and is what people are saying in the comments of the tweet and other things, is that, he started to do this podcast with Hasan. Hasan's obviously, we talked about this on Sunday,
A terrorist sympathizer.
is a terrorist sympathizer and a terrorist apologetics water-carrying simp. And that audience obviously moved to leftovers. And now Ethan is like in this existential crisis, I think, of realizing that these people that he's been simping for years, that he kind of threw his lot in with after he became, one of his leftist arc, after he betrayed his anti-SGW cred for so many years to become woke.
Right.
And now he's realizing these people are all horrible, racist, anti-Semitic psychopaths.
You done fucked up, man. You let the Nazis in your fucking house.
Yes. And so I guess that's really bothering him, which is understandable. But I don't know if it's just the fan reaction to that conversation. I don't know if he's wizened up to how insane Hasan is, and how insane Hasan's position is on the situation. That despite the fact that he will say, oh, yes, what happened to the people on the 7th is really bad, he'll then turn around and, refuse to denounce Hamas, refuse to denounce Palestinian support for Hamas, refuse to really have a strong stance against that sort of violence in general. Here's an interesting question I'd like to ask Hasan. If you had a magic button that you could press on October 7th that would kill all of those Hamas people, like right as they're about to commit that attack, would you press that button?
Right.
What do you think he would answer that question? I don't think he would answer that question. I think he
You're
would just
right.
refuse to answer the
He
question.
couldn't answer that
No.
question, could he? Because he's like, oh, well, but they're lashing out against their oppressors. So
You're
who am I?
escaping from a prison.
Who am I to say?
Right, right.
Look, you and I don't know where you're at with the open air prison thing, but I'm leaning towards it not being an open air prison. I'm leaning towards that being a bunch of bullshit.
Well, I mean, you saw the DM I sent you.
For Zahan?
Yeah.
Zahan's just repeating what everybody else is saying.
What?
He got the population wrong by 50%. I thought it was 2.5 million. He said it's 1 million Gazans.
I'm just letting you know. Peter Zahan also called it and referred to it as an open air prison.
Yeah, I don't look. He just because Zahan is not God. Okay?
I'm just saying you like to bring him up sometimes in our conversations, and now I get to bring him up against you.
Look, I'm investigating, right? I went to Google Maps and I looked at every restaurant and read the reviews on every restaurant in Gaza. That was some very intense
investigation. Yes, I know.
Look, when was the last time you went to a 4.5-star restaurant in a prison?
Well, let me tell you something about my prison experience. Okay, at Charlie's Toilet Wine, right?
Do they have
an emporium? It was a night to remember. I would easily give it 4.5 stars. Okay.
On Sitch's last conjugal visit,
I would have given it 5 stars, but didn't have the right Merlot that I wanted. Okay.
I don't buy this open air prison nonsense.
No, okay. I really don't.
Well, I'm not buying. All I hear is anecdotes.
Yeah.
So they're reporting 500 people that were there. I guess maybe they're NGO workers or whatever. But I'm sure there's like some bleeding heart liberal American doctor that's like, I'm a doctor in Gaza, right?
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly they got a bunch of babies on incubators. What do they have babies on incubators in an open air prison?
Yes.
This open air prison thing is it's designed to make you think that they're incarcerated, but I don't know that they are incarcerated. They're poor, that's for sure.
Well,
but there's a bunch of places in the United States where there's a bunch of poor people that don't have the money to leave. Look at Alabama. Okay. Is Alabama an open air prison?
To be fair, right? There's a difference between if you're poor and you're too poor to travel versus you're poor and to literally leave the location is like incredibly difficult, if not impossible for many people, regardless of money. And I'm assuming that's what they're talking about with the open air stuff. It can be very difficult to just leave Gaza.
That is the claim that I am contesting. I think if you have money in Gaza, you could probably leave. Supposedly, most of the Gazan leadership is living the lap of luxury in Qatar. They don't even live in Gaza.
Yeah, but obviously the Hamas leadership is going to have their own back channel ways to leave the country, right? That's not necessarily going to apply to like the average person.
So it's not an open air prison. Is that what you're saying? I thought an open air prison you didn't get back channels to leave.
But the
you
average
were stuck
person
there no matter what.
The average person is not going to have the ability to use those back
channels. Why are we letting them, Mr. I can't
I don't know if it's true. I'm just saying I don't know if the claim is true. I don't know enough about it. So look, I wouldn't be as dismissive of it as you are. I mean, you can look into it more, but
the dangers of using the term identity politics are 10 times less than the dangers of using this open air prison analogy.
I understand the argument. I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
This open air prison analogy is bunk.
Okay.
Bunk until proven otherwise. Okay. They don't have 4.5-star restaurants in prison. They don't have hotels on they don't have hotels on the beach in prison.
Okay. Listen.
They don't have universities in prison. They have a goddamn university.
They have the school of snitches get stitches. What do you mean?
They have a university. It has terrible reviews. Nobody likes their university there. They say it's a scam. Don't go to this university.
What? Really? What did they say about it?
Yeah, there's a bunch of reviews on the university that says it's a scam.
Like, why is it a scam?
I should just bring up.
I'm just curious as to what about it is like. Well, I mean,
I
first
don't
of all, I
know.
don't know
All it
how many
says
people
is-
are going to get what a degree from Gaza University is going to get you, but
Look, there's a couple reviews that say this university sucks. It's a scam, but that's all
Right.
they wrote. They didn't
so
write
it's like the
some
Trump
long,
University of Gaza.
I guess.
There you go. Daniel Irish agrees with you for $5. He says, "How many rockets do you have in your open air prison?"
Yes, exactly.
go.
How many open air prisons do they let the people go dig up the irrigation so that they can make rockets out of it?
Yeah, no, listen, I think probably calling an open air prison is hyperbolic. I'm assuming they're just referring to the difficulty to leave the country and the restriction on imports that they have through Israel.
You just
I'm
went through
assuming that's what they're
airport security?
Oh, come
It
on.
sucks.
Stop memeing. Don't meme, okay?
Why?
People take that seriously. Anyway.
This open air prison thing is dead to me until
Okay.
proven otherwise.
Okay. Well, let me read some super chats while we wait for our guests to show up.
Hi, you just listened to a clip from the Sitch and Adams show. If you like what you heard, you can listen to our live show right here on this channel on Sunday, starting at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. And if you want, you can super chat us. We read $20 and up super chats on the show and then do a follow-up stream on the following Tuesday where we read the rest of the unread super chats and interact with fans of the show. Subscribe to this channel right here to listen to the live show or to listen to more of our awesome clips.